Imagine walking into your garden and feeling like you've stepped into a storybook page. Now, imagine creating that high-end, magical look using only things you were about to throw in the trash. What if old broken roof tiles could become a dragon scale border? What if rusty kitchen forks could transform into a whimsical fairy fence? Today, I am going to show you 7 innovative ways to frame your garden with zero budget, but 100% charm. Idea number 5 is straight out of a fantasy movie, and you probably have the materials in your shed right now. Hello, creative souls, and welcome back to Home and Garden Borneo, where we believe that beauty doesn't have to be bought. It can be built, crafted, and grown. If you love the idea of turning the ordinary into the extraordinary, creating rustic luxury from simple leftovers, you are in the right place. We are going to be exploring this Trash to Treasure series every single week. So if you haven't already, click that subscribe button so you don't miss a single spark of inspiration. And before we begin, I have a question for you. Where in the world are you watching this video from today? Let me know in the comments below. I love seeing how far our garden family has grown. One, the Dragon Scale Edge recycled roof tiles. Let us begin by looking upward, to the roofs that have sheltered families for generations. Now, imagine those same curved clay tiles, weathered by decades of storms and sun, finding a new resting place at your feet. This is the Dragon Scale border. When you take these curved terracotta pieces and nestle them side by side into the earth, something magical happens. They stop being construction waste and transform into a rhythmic wave, a frozen ocean of clay that holds back the soil with effortless grace. The natural arch creates a scalloped edge, reminiscent of the scales of a sleeping dragon guarding your precious blooms, or perhaps the gentle rolling of tides on a shore. Run your hand over the rough, sun-baked surface. You can feel the memory of the rain it once channeled. There is a deep peace in this reuse. The material that once protected a home from above now protects the roots from below. It is a circle of service, completed in silence. As the seasons pass, moss will softly embrace the clay, blurring the line between the made and the grown, proving that elegance often hides in the discarded. But if clay speaks of earth and stability, our next treasure speaks of something far more delicate and unexpected. Two, the Alice Fairy Fence bent vintage forks. Close your eyes and picture the clatter of a busy kitchen, of Sunday dinners and shared laughter. Now, take that silver, those mismatched forks hidden in the back of a drawer, and bring them out into the golden afternoon light. This is not just cutlery anymore. It is the Alice Fairy Fence. By gently bending the tines and stringing them together with fine wire, you create a border that feels less like a wall and more like jewelry for the earth. It is a miniature architecture of curls and shine. When the sun hits the silver, it doesn't just block the path. It scatters light onto your violas and sweet alyssum, creating a glittering spectacle that dances in the breeze. There is a profound joy in this transformation. An object designed to feed the body now serves to feed the soul. It reminds us not to take life too seriously. A garden should have moments of pure play, a wink of wit amidst the green. It whispers of tea parties and rabbit holes, inviting the child within us to come out and play. But as the sun sets and the silver gleam fades into twilight, we need a guide that can shine in the darkness. Let us turn our eyes to the forest floor for our next inspiration. Three, the glowing driftwood barrier, log slices plus hidden solar. Imagine the quiet majesty of an old forest, where the trees stand tall as guardians of the silence. We can bring that same grounding energy to our garden's edge with the glowing driftwood barrier. By taking slices of fallen logs or weathered driftwood and standing them shoulder to shoulder, we create a boundary that feels alive. These are not just pieces of wood, they are time capsules. Each ring on the grain tells a story of a summer past, of a winter endured. But here is the secret that transforms the rustic into the magical. Nestled between these ancient wooden shoulders, we tuck small solar lights, hidden gems that absorb the sun by day. When the evening comes, the wood doesn't disappear into the dark. Instead, it glows from within, guiding your steps with a soft, amber warmth. It is a beautiful partnership, the old wood providing the structure, and the captured sunlight providing the spirit. It reminds us that even things that have fallen can still hold the light. From the softness of wood, let us now travel to the strength of stone and the beauty of things left behind. Four, the ancient ruin path, angled bricks plus moss. There is a romance in ruins, in the quiet dignity of things that have stood the test of time. We can borrow that feeling for our own gardens with the ancient ruin path. By taking humble, leftover bricks and setting them into the earth, not perfectly flat, but at gentle angles or sunk deep into the soil, we create a border that feels discovered rather than built. Don't rush to scrub them clean. The chips, the cracks, the discoloration, these are the fingerprints of history. When you lay them down, invite the moss to join them. Pour a little buttermilk or yogurt on the clay to encourage that velvety green embrace. In time, the hard lines of the bricks soften, merging with the living world around them. This border tells a story of permanence. It grounds the garden, offering a heavy, earthy counterpoint to the fleeting lightness of flowers. It suggests that this garden has secrets, that it has seen seasons come and go. It teaches us that beauty isn't always about being brand new. Sometimes, the most beautiful things are those that wear their age with pride. But what if you want the look of heavy timber or expensive stone, but only have modern concrete? Let us uncover the art of illusion in our next idea. Five, the faux timber block, painted concrete hack. Sometimes, the greatest magic in the garden is the art of illusion. We often crave the warmth of heavy timber beams or the character of ancient railway sleepers, but our budget and our backs might prefer the simplicity of concrete. Here, we marry the two with the faux timber block. By taking cold, grey concrete caps, available for pennies, and touching them with the grace of a paintbrush, we perform a quiet alchemy. A wash of charcoal, a streak of warm sienna, and suddenly, the stone begins to remember the forest. You don't need to be a master artist. Nature is imperfect, and so your brushstrokes should be too. This border offers the best of both worlds. The unyielding durability of stone that will never rot, wearing the comforting costume of wood. It stands as a testament to vision over value. It proves that with a little imagination, the coldest materials can be warmed by the human hand, creating a structure that feels both solid and soulful. But perhaps you prefer to work with materials that bend and breathe with the wind. Let us weave our way to the next idea. Six, the woven wattle edge, flexible branches. Long before we had plastic or concrete, we had the branch and the hand. The woven wattle edge is a return to this ancient conversation between the gardener and the tree. By gathering flexible trimmings, willow, hazel, or even vines from the wild, and weaving them between upright stakes, we create a border that feels less like a barrier and more like a basket for the earth. Feel the tension in the wood as you guide it in and out, a rhythmic dance of strength and flexibility. It is a humble craft, yet the result is strikingly beautiful. The texture of the weave catches the shadows, creating a living tapestry that holds your soil with a gentle but firm embrace. It breathes. It changes color as it dries. It eventually returns to the earth from which it came. This method teaches us the power of unity. A single twig is fragile and easily snapped, but woven together, they become a wall capable of weathering the storms. It is a deeply grounding addition to any garden, a reminder that we can shape our world without conquering it. But if wood connects us to the earth, our next material connects us to the light, capturing the sun in a way nothing else can. Seven, the jewel border, inverted glass bottles. There is a hidden treasure in what we usually discard, a chance to plant not just seeds, but light itself. The jewel border invites us to take the empty vessels of our celebrations, old bottles of blue, green, and amber, and return them to the earth in a new form. By burying them neck deep, upside down, we expose only the thickest glass to the sky. Suddenly, a simple garden edge transforms into a stained glass window for the soil. As the sun moves across the sky, these glass sentinels catch the light, glowing with an inner fire that changes from morning cool to evening warmth. This is upcycling at its most poetic. It challenges us to see value where others see waste. The rain washes them clean, the sun ignites them, and the soil holds them fast. It reminds us that beauty is often just a matter of perspective, of taking something empty and finding a way to make it full of light again. And speaking of finding beauty in the broken, our final idea teaches us the ancient wisdom of embracing the cracks. Eight, the Kintsugi Mosaic, broken terracotta pots. Finally, we arrive at the beauty of the broken. Every gardener knows the heartbreak of a favorite pot slipping from wet hands and shattering against the patio. But in our garden, this is not an end. It is a new beginning. This is the Kintsugi Mosaic. Inspired by the ancient Japanese art of repairing pottery with gold, we treat these shards not as trash, but as history. By planting these curved fragments into the soil, arranging them like jagged mountain peaks or puzzling them together into a flat mosaic. We create a border that is entirely unique. No two shards are alike, and therefore, no two borders will ever be the same. The warm, porous clay continues to serve, holding moisture and framing your plants with the colors of the earth itself. There is a profound resilience here. It whispers to us that even when things fall apart, they can come together again in a different, perhaps even more beautiful, form. From the mossy brick to the glittering fork, from the glowing wood to the broken clay, we have seen today that a garden doesn't need perfection to be perfect. It just needs your hands, your creativity, and the willingness to see the magic in what remains. And just like that, a pile of junk has become the frame for a masterpiece. Whether you choose the rustic warmth of woven branches or the whimsical sparkle of the fairy forks, remember this: a garden border does more than just hold back the soil. It says, everything inside this line is loved. Everything here is special. Limitations in budget are not barriers to beauty. They are invitations to creativity. I hope you try at least one of these ideas this weekend. If you do, tell me which one. Thank you for spending your time with me. Keep growing, keep creating, and I'll see you in the next video.